Okay, so we are going to now look at solving two-step equations, okay? So we recall from our previous video that solve means find the value of x or whatever other letter you are using, okay? It can be any letter, it doesn't have to be an x. Okay, so what happens if it asked us to solve something like 3a plus 5 equals 23? Okay, so again, we're going to think about what is happening to A. So A is being times by 3 and then adding 5. So to reverse it, we've got to go backwards and do the opposite to what is happening. So to reverse the plus 5, we're going to take away 5. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So to get rid of the plus 5, I'm taking away 5. That leaves me with 3a. Please make sure you understand this. When you are taking away 5, you are taking away this 5 here. You are not taking away 5 from 3a because you cannot take away 5 from an a because this one doesn't have an a. So you can only take away numbers from numbers and letters from letters. Okay, so you cannot do 3a take away 5 and make it minus 2a. That doesn't work because this one hasn't got an a on it. So we are only taking away 5 to get rid of this plus 5. Okay, so we've got 3a equals, and then 23 take away 5 is 18. We've dealt with that. And then what is happening to a now? It's being times by 3. So to reverse the times by 3, we divide by 3, and you get a equals 6. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's do a couple more just to make sure we're happy. We've got 16 equals 2x minus 12. Okay, again, like in the last video, it will make more sense if you have this bit on the left. So let's rewrite it. So we've got 12x minus 12 equals 16. I've just swapped those over, okay? You'll notice these all have to stay together in that order. You cannot change that order. That has to stay as it is, okay? And then we've got 16 on the right hand side. So what is happening to x is being times by 2 and taking away 12. So to reverse the take away 12, we add 12 to both sides. That gives us 2x equals 16 plus 12 is 28. And then how do I get x on its own? It's being times by 2. So the opposite is to divide by 2. 28 divided by 2 is 14. Okay, right, the last one, let's just look at one a bit like this, in case this sort of thing comes up. X over 4 plus 3 equals 6. Okay, so what is happening to x? It's being divided by 4 and then adding 3. So to reverse it, first of all, we're going to take away 3. The opposite of adding 3 is to take away. We're still left with this x divided by 4. 6 take away 3 is 3. How do I reverse a divide by 4? I times by 4. So when you get to this point here, that is just then a one-step equation, okay, which is what we did on the last video. So you times by 4 to get rid of that divide by 4, and you do 3 times 4 makes 12. X equals 12. Okay, we're just going to then now look at how we do it with brackets. Okay, so example number 3 we're going to look at with brackets. It's only a tiny extra little step, okay, it's not very more challenging, you'll be absolutely fine with it, hopefully. Okay, here we go. So if you had something like this, exactly the same, first of all you're going to expand your bracket, okay, so we've got to do 5 times a is 5a, 5 times 2 is 10. That is just expanding a bracket, okay? Nothing different to what we've already learned how to do. And that equals 30. Okay? We've then got to think what is happening to a. So a is being times by 5 and adding 10. So to reverse it, we're going to take away the 10. Notice I'm laying it out exactly the same every single time. And then divide by 5. Okay, and again, just be careful because it could be written out this way. Okay, could be written out this way, in which case you want to write it the opposite way around. So rewrite it, 5, 2x minus 3, so that's on the left, and that bit's on the right. Okay, same thing again. So 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times minus 3 is minus 15, equals 40. That hasn't changed, we've just expanded the bracket. Reverse what is happening to x. So x is being times by 10 and taking away 15. So I've got to add 15 to get rid of the minus 15, and then divided by 10. Ooh, I put this into triggers. So 55 divided by 10 is 5.5. If it doesn't become out as a nice number, you can write it as a fraction, 55 divided by 10. Okay, hopefully we all know that 55 divided by 10 is 5.5. Okay, so that is solving two-step equations and equations with brackets.